important stamping there. I came back yesterday, Mataji.
Yeah, I know that. I know you were not in this.
Mataji, I never seen him went there. And guess what? One of my friends leaves to Pakistan and at 10 o'clock at school. So he didn't need his backpack.
Okay.
Okay, I think we can go ahead and start, right, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji.
Are
we doing Kahoot today?
I don't know, Ma. Mataji has to tell. Vinita Mataji.
What happened, Ryan? What do you want?
Kahoot. We're not having Kahoot since a long time.
We had holidays, right? Now we'll do it. We'll do it.
No!
Yeah, I want you to be quiet, okay? Don't talk. Don't disturb the teacher in between. Huh? Good boy.
Okay, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji. I think we can go ahead and start. Or should I wait for 1 more minute, Mataji?
We can start, Mataji. Kids are joining. We can start.
Okay. Okay. We will go ahead and start the prayers.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Shubhadra and Giridhari. Yeah. Should I share my screen, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Let me know when you are able to see my screen.
Mataji, sorry for interrupting, but Kabir will be so happy since we're doing in Kahoot.
So Mataji will be preparing it, okay? In the next time, okay? We all are back from the Thanksgiving holidays, right? So maybe we may not have enough time to prepare, okay? Okay, let's all go ahead and start the prayers. Om Ajnanati Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Punyavati Pashyata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So glad to see you kids after a long time. I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving break. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, ma. Good job. Let me put it in the PowerPoint mode. Okay. So in today's class, right, in the Bhagavad Pravaha, like Mataji was discussing about the Parikshit Maharaj's repentance. He realized that he did a mistake, cursing a Brahmana, all these things, right? So we are going to start continuing with that. He was like really felt very bad about himself, that why did he cursed him, right? He felt he was not behaving good with the Brahmana, and that too he was a sage, right? He was a Muni and he was also a learned Brahmana. who he realized in trance. He was sometimes when we do mistake, right, we really, even though the people around us telling us not to do, right, still we may do, sometimes out of anxiety, sometimes the ego hurts, like we just wanted to prove it only we are good, etc., for so many reasons. So like that, he was like literally scolding himself, or he is condemning himself, that why did he even do this, and why did he even curse a brahmana. Okay, he was not only expecting a punishment for his mistake, but he also desired a punishment. So what does it mean? So he was expecting that sometimes, right, we won't accept. First of all, we will not accept that is we made a mistake, right? The king, Maharaj Parikshit, he is not an ordinary personality, right? He is coming from the descendant of the Pandava lineage, right? He was a great personality, and like from birth, he was even in the in the womb of Mother Uttara, he was a devotee. He was hearing the pastimes from Lord's pastime from Narada Muni. So he was a great devotee by birth itself. Um, but still, like when he does a mistake, right, he was expecting a punishment. He was desiring that he will be getting a punishment from the brahmana, whomever he has cursed. Okay, so that he will not repeat such mistakes. Okay, and his family members wouldn't suffer due to his offenses. Accidental mistakes committed by a devotee are sincerely regretted. He was a devotee for no doubt about it, and he was like really regretting himself, very sincerely accepting his mistake and regretting himself. And by God's grace, they are burnt in the fire of honest repentance. Like the moment when we surrender ourselves to Krishna, right, Krishna is taking in charge or the control of whatever the activities you are doing. Even he is willing to refuse, even he is willing to eradicate or remove whatever the sins we are committing. That is the promise Krishna is giving us, right? He is trying to remove all the sins, and whatever we are lagging, he will be giving us. That is the promise Krishna is giving us. So a sincere person who takes the responsibility for one's mistake does not want others to suffer for them. Okay, he is not only thinking about him, he is not only thinking about himself. Being a king of the entire kingdom, right? Whatever the mistake is committed by a king, obviously that will affect the citizens of that region, right? Whatever mistakes king is doing, the ultimately the curse or whatever the sins, whatever he has committed, it is all shared by the citizens, because the kingdom is the kingdom is created with the people or the general public only, right? So he will not, he doesn't want the people in his kingdom also suffer. See the difference between the great people or the great personalities or the great devotees, right? They are not only worrying about themselves, they are worrying about the others. They always thinking about the welfare of others. That is the difference between him and the present day, like whomever we are calling it as the president or the chief minister, prime minister, whoever it is. That is the difference between the ancient kings, like who are following the footsteps of the Lord's path, or they are trying to lead their life in the Krishna conscious way, versus the people who are leading now. That is the difference. So, as Maharaj Parikshit was repenting this in olden days, right? The people used to send a message either through the bird, or they will send a messenger, the human beings only. They will send a message in the palm tree leaves. They will write the message and they will send it over like that. The person called the Gargamuni is carrying the message from Sharmik Rishi, and he was arriving Maharaj Parikshit palace. Okay, he was informing Parikshit that with the deep embarrassment, because the Sharmik Rishi is not the one who cursed him, right? His son is the one who is cursing him. So he was, whatever the curse he was giving, right? He was giving that he will be dying in 7 days. He will be dying with the snake bite in 7 days. Like that, he was carrying the message. The Gargamuni is carrying the message. Whatever the curse is being given by the Shringi, that is the son of the Sharmik Muni. Okay, a powerful devotee doesn't, the lesson learned from this is a powerful devotee doesn't misuse the power for a personal benefit, but uses it only to serve the Lord and his devotees. Okay, so being a mature devotee, right, he is a Maga Bhagavata, so he is happily welcoming that curse, and he is feeling like this is, he was already worrying like what was the mistake he has done, right? He was desiring that he will be getting a punishment from the Sharmik Rishi, right? So he is feeling, still he is feeling that that is a blessing only, because instead of he going and repenting for something else, right, the person whomever he committed the mistake, he got the punishment from the person itself, right? So he was still feeling that is a blessing only. He considered this as an opportunity to retire from royal life and dedicate himself fully unto the lotus feet of the Lord. See, Maharaj Parikshit has given the 7 days timeline that he will be dying at that seventh day. Okay, he did not, as soon as he heard this punishment, right, he did not even waste not even a single moment, like what will happen to his kingdom, who will be ruling when he decided to leave this kingdom and go, he wanted to dedicate the last 7 days of life in the God conscious way, or hearing only the glories about Krishna, right? He never thought about anything. He never thought about what will happen, kingdom, the people, etc., everything. So even he decided to go sit in the banks of the river Yamuna. He never worried like whether who will be giving him food, who will be giving him water, nothing. He was not thinking about anything. He decided that he will go sit in the banks of river Yamuna, and then he will start listening only the glories of Krishna. Okay, so the
Mataji,
equivalent. Yes, Amma.
so Mataji, I think you meant Gamuna, the Ganga River, Mataji. You accidentally said Yamuna.
Okay, 1 second. But in the Bhagavatam, right, it is mentioned it is Yamuna only. Okay. If you look at the Hastinapur, right, that was his kingdom. It is located in the northern side of India. Okay, the Delhi side. That
Yes.
is the river Yamuna is flowing through that. Vinita
Oh,
Mataji, I think it is correct, right? That's what I read it from the Bhagavatam.
Yeah, Mataji.
Okay.
okay. Sorry, Mataji. I was just confused a little. I was thinking about
No
the
problem, Mama.
river.
No problem. Okay. So if we need to translate these two pages, right, into a Srimad Bhagavatam verses, there are four verses which are technically discussing about this. Canto 1, chapter 19, 4 to 7. These are the verses. So what are we learning out of this? I want to hear from the people. So first thing, right, we have to accept our mistake. Okay, let me hear from the people. Okay, what do we learn from this story of Maharaj Parikshit? When he, with the moment he got the message from Shringi, right? He had been cursed. Like, what is your reaction on like what he could have done different, or whether he is doing it correct, or what is your opinion on that? Anybody wants to share anything? So what are we learning out of it? Nobody wants to share anything? Kabir? Kabir, you raise the hand.
I think it's like you should like if like someone is like giving something bad, because you should like first ask them, and then like if they like if you did like a mistake, you
Mhm.
should like fix the mistake.
You should fix the
Like
mistake. You should be willing to
yeah.
fix the mistake, right? First thing. You should be willing to fix the mistake. I'm not able to see all the people in this one. Let me go here and check who else has raised the hand. I see Param.
Yeah, Mataji. I basically agree with Kabir.
Mm-hmm.
What he said about
Mm-hmm.
like willing to fix the mistake,
Mm-hmm.
like that, and like asking them if it's like bad, if it's like how it is,
Mm-hmm.
because and this is like for everyone, that we should first like ask before we first should um we should know like clearly this is what the effect will be. We have to like think ahead
Mm-hmm.
of what we do, because we don't know what could happen.
Yes.
So we should pick the right choice.
Yeah, we should make the right choices. And even though
And
very cautiously you make the right choices, right? Sometimes it could go wrong, right? But just to accept that this is the mistake we have done, and there will be definitely punishment. Even first, regretting itself is the bigger punishment than accepting the punishment, right? Something that you accept yourself that you did a mistake, that itself is the biggest one, I would say, from my standpoint.
yeah,
That is my
and
take.
sometimes it's hard, and then sometimes it's really hard. Like sometimes it's really hard to
Mm-hmm.
like to do the right choice, because
Mm-hmm.
that's it may be something that you really like, but
Mm-hmm.
then something happens so you can't
Mm-hmm.
get it. So
Yeah.
it's like a lot of hard choice,
Mm-hmm.
and so
Yeah.
but then you get rewarded for that.
Yes. Thank you, Param. Shubhadra and Giridhari.
Mataji, what was Mataji? So, like, what was the question, Mataji?
Question, right? What did we learn? Like when Maharaj Parikshit realized that he did a mistake, everything, and then when he got the message that he had been cursed by the boy, and he is supposed to die he has only 7 days of his life, and so he decided to quit everything and going and sitting in the banks of river Yamuna and decided to listen the glories about Lord Krishna from Shukadev Goswami, right? What do we learn out of it? That was the question.
Oh, Mataji, so Maharaj Parikshit, he was a great devotee of Lord Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
So he was bona fide to learn Bhagavatam. So when King Parikshit, Maharaj Parikshit heard that the Brahmana boy
Mm-hmm.
Shringi
Mm-hmm.
said emanate the curse, then because
No, what did you learnt out of it? That was the question, Giridhari.
oh, so Mataji, I learned that Maharaj Parikshit, he was a great king. He's a great devotee of Krishna. So
Mm-hmm.
even though life challenges people, devotee in all circumstances, he doesn't fall back. He always perseveres, always is dedicated to the loving service to Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
And after their his death, Maharaj Parikshit, that he was like went to the abode of Krishna. So
That is for sure, right? Krishna is definitely going to take back his devotees back to Godhead, right? So, what is the thing like when he did a mistake? Like, what was the lesson learned out of it? That was the question, Giridhari. It's
oh yeah.
okay, Ma. You summarized very nicely. Thank you. Smriti?
Mataji, I'm not sure if this is correct, but I thought maybe one lesson we could learn is repentance. After we like do an action, it's we should like it's because Maharaj Parikshit, he repented for his action. He was like, oh no, I made this big mistake, and what can I do? I can't fix it at this point now. What should I do now? So because I can't fix it, maybe would that work?
Yeah,
Mataji?
yeah, that is one thing. And he is, though he is a great devotee, right? He was devotee from birth itself, right? By birth, he was a devotee. Still, he was not controlling his anger, and he put the snake on Sharmik Rishi, right? One thing, we should be controlling our anger. That is one more lesson we are learning from this, right? And the other thing is we should make sure that when you are doing a mistake, oftentimes our ego stops to accept that we did a mistake, right? Regretting yourself whether you did a mistake or not, that itself is the next lesson, right? First thing, accept that is a fault on our side. That is the lesson for me. Like, that is the lesson I will say that, because oftentimes, even though when the people around you telling that not to do, like sometimes you do it, and then you learn a lesson out of it, like that. So accepting that, yes, that is my mistake, that itself is a great thing. That's what that is my lesson or takeaway from this. Though he is a great devotee, right, not everybody is willing to accept that mistake. And on top of it, other than regretting, he was wishing or expecting or desiring that desiring some curse will be, or some punishment will be coming in from Sharmik Rishi, right? That was another great thing of a devotee. Okay, who else raised the hand? Madhav?
So when you do a mistake, then you always accept it, and then you should not repeat it again.
Mm-hmm. That's nice, Amma. Hrishya?
So Mataji,
Mm-hmm.
is what I understood is that it can, so like Parikshit Maharaj, he is like a very great devotee,
Mm-hmm.
and when he got cursed, also like he never he never thought like, oh no, my life's gonna end, I have to do something.
Mm-hmm.
He just said that I'm very happy, I want to go back to like Krishna. So like
Mm-hmm.
he will, so like what I really like is that he really
Did
he
not
really
waste
was,
any time, right? He did not
he
waste
was
not even a moment.
and he was very determined to like go back to Krishna.
Yeah, he is very determined to go back to Krishna, and he has a full faith on Krishna that he will be going back to Godhead, and he will be reaching lotus feet of the Krishna, right? Because all along his life, he was leading his kingdom, everything in a very righteous way. Um, that was a good one, Amma. Thank you. Mataji, I'm not able to see the kids' picture. Is this how it will be coming? I'm not sure, Mataji. I don't know. Maybe I'm not good at it. Okay, we can quickly go over. There is what is the lesson we are learning out, the 2 pages, whatever we have read, right? That is equivalent to 4 verses in Canto 1, Chapter 19. So I'm going to quickly read the translation and we can quickly discuss about it. I think I called out everyone. So for the 19.4, right? While the king was thus repenting, he received the news. of his imminent death, which would be due to the bite of the snake bird occasioned by the curse spoken by the sage's son, that is Shringi. The king accepted this as a good news because he was expecting a punishment. He was a king, okay? He could have gone and talked to the Sharmik Rishi saying that just please apologize, something like that, okay? But he did not want to do it. He did not want to embarrass that opponent person because he was also a learned Brahmana. It's like a kind of the embarrassing situation whether he goes and talks to him or Sharmik Rishi comes and talk to him. It's like a kind, that's why he is accepting, since the punishment coming in, still he is accepting that is the good news, for it would cause for it would be the cause of his indifference towards the worldly things, okay? So the real happiness is achieved only by the devotional service, okay? And taking, we are stopping the life cycle of the birth and death. That is the real happiness. Whatever the happiness we are getting in this world is always temporary. It is always like the seasonal changes, right? One time you will be happy, one time you will be sadness. That happiness also is not going to last for a long time, and similarly the sadness is also not going to last for a long time. It's like a seasons, like how summer, winter, autumn is coming, like it's a seasonal change. Like you get the cycle of the happiness and distress throughout your life, okay? Until we come out of this cycle of birth and death, we will not achieve the real happiness. The real happiness is like you get out of this material contamination or all the worldly desires, stop all the worldly desires, trying to focus on devotional service, and that way we will go back to Krishna and attain the real happiness, okay? And that's what is greatly explained over here. So Maharaja Parikshit, right, he was a great devotee, but he wants to hear the glories of Krishna or the supreme personality of Godhead from Shukadeva Goswami. Okay, the whole chapter is like introducing the Shukadeva Goswami and the curse given to Parikshit Maharaj, and he decided to start sitting in the banks of Yamuna and then listening about Krishna. Okay, as a devotee of the Lord, right, he could understand that cursing of a Brahmana boy, although unwise, was blessing upon him, being the cause of detachment from worldly affairs, both political and social. So the reason why he is thinking that it is a blessing, he will completely cut off all the worldly attachment, right? Because he has the bigger kingdom. He is the entire Bharatvarsh is his, right? He can cut off his all the kingly duties, anything related to political, social, everything he will cut off. He will detach from everything, okay? Sarmika Muni sent the news to the king that the his son Shringi, right, he is a powerful Brahmana boy, unfortunately had misused his spiritual power by cursing the king unwantedly, okay? The king was informed to prepare death within a week. Both Sharmik Rishi and Maharaj Parikshit are self-realized souls. He was a mistake, and he was a good Brahmana. Okay, both of them are devotee. There was technically no difference between both of them. Both are Brahmanas, devotees, and both are self-realized souls. Okay, but his son was the one who gave the curse, right? Not Sharmik Rishi. Okay, Maharaj Parikshit could have gone back to the Muni and he could have asked forgiveness, right? But he did not want to do that. He was waiting for some punishment he should be coming it from their side, okay? So that's what I already mentioned. He did not want to embarrass the Muni by going and asking the punishment and all these things, okay? With the moment he find out that he has only 7 days, he wants to finish all these affairs, and he decided himself preparing and going back to Godhead. That was the first thing is coming into his mind. The, like in olden days, right, the kings were like righteous kings and following and ruling the kingdom. Whatever is given in the scriptures, they collect the taxes and they use the taxes only in the welfare of the citizens, by giving them, maintaining the rivers, maintaining the ponds, etc., so that you have enough water to cultivate the crops, etc. And then they spend, like, there is no poverty technically in the kingdom. There is no homeless, no jobless, nobody is like that. Everybody was, he was able to take care of every single person, or this every single citizen in the country. Okay, so like the people, the current rulers, right, whoever is ruling, neither now, whether it is a India or a US, wherever the country is, they try to follow the footsteps of the scriptures. Then, like everybody will be promoting or focusing on the people going back to Godhead. Okay, that is the ultimate goal of the human life. Okay, you have any questions in this? Otherwise we can quickly move on to the next one, because I do have the activity, for the 108 names of Krishna. Otherwise I can quickly go through this. If anybody has any questions. Okay, anyone has any questions? I don't know where to go see it. You can raise the hand, otherwise I will move on to the next verse. Okay, I don't see any hands raised. Let's move on to the next one. So Maharaj Parikshit sat down firmly on the banks of Ganges to concentrate his mind in Krishna consciousness, rejecting all other practices of self-realization, because transcendental loving service to Krishna is the greatest achievement, superseding all other methods. Like no other shortcut will work when it is coming to Krishna, right? Doing only the devotional service, transcendental loving service, that is the only way to going back to Krishna, right? No other shortcuts will work. So the devotees like Maharaj Parikshit, they all know that you have this many material planets. You have a Brahma Loka, you have this Loka, that Loka, you have a Bhuvar Loka, you have a Patal Loka, etc. So many material planets, so many material universes, everything is there. But he very well know that being a devotee, going back to Krishna, not going to these planets, enjoy for some time and coming back and taking birth again in the material world, and then doing the service, like he doesn't want to take any long shot. He want to take what is it prescribed. I want to follow this, and then I want to finish at this lifetime itself. That is the vow we all should be having. The human life is very rare to the human life is very rare to achieve. We all have got that human birth, and try to utilize this birth in the service of the Lord, doing whatever the activities we are doing in a Krishna conscious way, and going back to the rest, all is assured by Krishna, right? We don't need to worry whether we will go back. There is no doubt about that. Whatever possible you could do 100%, just do it 100%, and then the rest Krishna will take care. Okay, so I mean, like they were explaining about the all the earthly planet, material planet, what is above the Mahatattva, below Mahatattva, everything. But we don't need to get into above all these planets, right? Goloka Vrindavana or the Krishna's abode, that is the topmost planet. That's all we all need to know. Okay, so he was knowing all this information, because he is coming in from the very high family, right? The descent, he is the um, uh, he is coming in from the Pandava lineage, right? So he know all these things. He is very much aware of the informations. Okay, nowadays, right, the modern scientists claiming that they are going to this everybody is claiming they are going here, there, and they are going into this planet, they are going into Pluto, all these things technically, right? the Maharaj Parikshit did not care like he wants to go to this planet, that planet. He really wanted to reach the Krishna's abode. Okay. When he was given 7 days of the time, right, he was like very detrimental and started immediately walking towards Yamuna. And then he was started listening. Sukadev Goswami also arrived in that scene and he started listening the glories about Krishna. Okay. And then the next verse. Mataji, it's time for that activities also, right? I will just quickly close this, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, yes.
Okay. So the sixth verse translation, right? The river by which the king sat to fast carries the most auspicious water, which is mixed with the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord with the tulsi leaves. Therefore, the water sanctifies the three worlds inside and outside, and even sanctifies Lord Shiva and other demigods. Consequently, everyone who is destined to die must take shelter of this river. So 7 days he want to retire from the family life. He immediately shifted back to Yamuna River. And the reason why I was telling you it's a Yamuna River, if you look at the geographical location, right, it is the Hastinapur is situated nearby Delhi, and where most of the Lord Krishna's pastimes were happening here. And like when Lord Krishna was born in the jail, right, the Vasudev, right? He was carrying Krishna and he was crossing that Yamuna river. So that time itself, he was touching it was touched by the Lord Krishna's lotus feet. Okay, they were mainly explaining about the glorification of river Yamuna. Okay, like like it is even more purer than Ganga. Then how they are comparing that, right? If you recite 10,000 times or 1,000 times or 1,000 names of the Lord Vishnu is equal to one name of Krishna. That's how they are comparing with Mother Ganges with Yamuna. But both are holy rivers at the very end. Okay. Then the text 7, right? Thus the king, the worthy descendant of the Pandavas, decided once for all and sat on the Ganges back until death, giving himself to the lotus feet of the Krishna, who is alone able to award liberation, so freeing himself from all kinds of associations and attachment, he accepts the vows of the sage. Okay. The principle, right? What is the main lesson? The principle is that one should not willingly commit, though knowingly we should not commit any sin. Okay, I think I wanted to put it in a full time. We should not be willing to commit any sin. Even though you commit a sin, you try to regret for that, and then you request forgiveness from the people, like whoever you offended. Only in such a mood the Lord can help the devotee, because Lord already helped Parikshit Maharaj when he was in the womb of Mother Uttara, right? When the bana came to hit her, like Krishna already went inside the mother's Uttara's womb and he protected Maharaj Parikshit. Okay. So, even if there are any accidental sins committed by a devotee, Krishna is promising here that he will be taking care of that. Okay, we don't need to worry about that. So, I think we already discussed more on the summary. We should accept our mistake and we should be very careful in committing any offense. The Parikshit Maharaj had to experience and he is willingly accepted the punishment because he is the true devotee of the Lord and he want to follow or walk in line of the Dharma and want to go back to Godhead. Okay, that is the overall message from that. Let me go back to this activity for this next lesson, right? Is the 108 names of Lord Krishna. Okay, I think last time we stopped at 50, if I remember correctly. Okay, so we will start from I think 50 we have completed or 49 we have completed. We can start from Madan. Okay. The Madana means Mataji, are you able to see my screen? I'm sharing my screen.
Yes, yes, Mataji, but we are seeing the summary, this one, not the activity one.
Oh, okay. 1 second. I don't know like where to see you guys also, Mataji. I'm
That's
so
okay. You will get used to it, Mataji. You have to first stop this. Let me stop this for you, then you can open the other one. Yeah,
okay.
now you can open.
Okay. Okay. I hope I did a correct one this time.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, Mataji. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah. I have to minimize this, right? Where is the minimize button? Okay. So we will continue from Madan, right? I mean, like we are as a part of the activity, right? We are doing 108 names of Lord Krishna, right? We started off with the alphabet A and we have continued until L. And today we will start with M, which is starting with the Madan. Madan means the Lord of the love, right? Madana means the Cupid, and Cupid who is enchanting everyone. And Cupid, he is enchanting the gopis and the Srimati Radharani. Okay, that's why you always see that it is always Madana Mohana Mohini, Shri Shri Radha Madana Mohan, because he always attracts or enchants the Srimati Radharani and the gopis. Okay, this is the picture of our new Panihati Dham. I think I have to put it in a full screen mode. Okay, yeah. So the next comes in line is Madhava. Madhava is the knowledge filled God. He is the one who knows, is we know that the knowledge, forgetfulness, remembrance, everything is coming in from Krishna. So he is the reservoir of that knowledge. He is the source of the knowledge and husband of the goddess of the fortune, Sri Sri Radha Madhava. If you look at it, this is the picture from Mayapur, Sri Sri Radha Madhava. He who can be realized by silence and meditation and yoga. Anyone would like to read the, there is equivalent sloka which depicts the Madhava in it. Like I can give, I don't know, like I'll go back here. Anyone can read the verse, and the verse contains Madhava. Just one person can unmute and read. Like that, we will go on for every other one, wherever we have verse. Or if nobody is
Mataji, Subhadra and Giridhari raised. Okay, Subhadra and Giridhari recite.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mataji.
Yeah.
तथा स्वेतिरया युक्ति महति स्यन्धने स्थितौ माधव पाण्डवश्चैव दिव्यौ शङ्खौ प्रदातमौ
Matho. Yeah, thank you. You see, there is in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, 14th verse, there is a verse depicts Lord Madhava. Okay. Next is Madhusudan, is the killer of the demon Madhu, or the slayer of Madhu demon, if you look at it. Anyone can read?
Mataji,
me. Okay, one at a time. I'm not able to see.
Vacha
Yeah.
Maya.
No,
I mean, okay. Sanjay Vacha Tam Tada Kripaya Vishtam Astapura Kolesharam Visidam Tamidam Vakyam Vacha Madhusudana Archana Vacha Katam Ishwam Aham Sakya Purodam Cha Madhusudana Ishu Vipati Yosami Pujana Sudana.
Thank you, Vrinda. So the Madhu demon, you see there are two demons which are killed by Krishna here, like the Madhu and the Kaitaba is his brother. They are coming out from the earwax. Like there is a earwax coming out of the Lord Vishnu, though they misbehaved, and these demons were extremely powerful and they misused that power. Okay, they were creating lot of they were creating lot of disturbances to the general public. That's where Krishna had to teach them the lesson, and that's where he killed both of the demons. Okay, next Mahendra. Mahendra is the lord of Indra, means the lord of all the gods, all the demigods, like everything is emanating from him. Okay. Anyone can read this. Wherever I was not able to find the equivalent sloka.
Mataji, can I do it?
Ma, one person can do it now, Ryan, and the next person can do the next one.
Okay, so can I go first?
Yeah.
Okay. Tubu, Tujo, Tudruyo, Tudru, Aro, Vikme, Himah, Mahid, Gahindu, Waso,
Vasudo,
Wasudo, Wasan, Waso, Huna, Ika, Rupa, Abrutya, Rupa, Visha, Vishagaya, Prava.
Thank you, Ryan. You see, if you look at the picture, right, Krishna is the source of all these demigods. He is, I mean, like rest of the demigods, right? They will be, like how the president cannot come and talk to every one person in the citizen, right? Like that, he is appointed so many representatives or the governors, whatever the name you call it as. He appointed so many people working for him. Those positions are given to the demigods, and ultimately he is the god of all the gods. Okay. So Manmohan, the next comes in line is the Manmohan is all pleasing Lord Krishna and the winner of the heart. I think I collected this picture from one of the temple thing. Okay. I don't have any sloka for it. Next, let's move on to the Manohar. Is the beautiful Lord one? The meaning is the beautiful Lord, one who wins over mind, lovable, charming. By looking at these deities, right? It is always charming. Like you can't even move out of your eyes. Param, you can read this sloka.
Okay, Mataji. Survata Sumakhaso Shama Sukhosha Sukhadam Sukrat Manohara Jita Krodho Virba Purvi Dharana.
Thank you. So Mayur is like the peacock. The peacock who is always sitting in the Krishna's kritam, right? In that kritam, if you look at it, like the feather is always the peacock feather is always there. There is a story for this peacock feather. Why the peacock feather is why Krishna is always having the peacock feather, right? Once upon a time, like when they were going Krishna along with the cowherd boys, right? They all were going to Vrindavan with the cows. I mean, like they were taking the cows to herd the cows. And that time, right, Krishna wanted to, I think the cows were gazing and they went to sleep. So he wanted to make sure that all the cows has to waken up. He was trying to hold his flute and playing the songs so that all the cows will collect in one place, right? That time, right, when these peacocks were hearing that the flute sound, they all started dancing in so much ecstasy, like and Krishna also, like he forgets himself and he was also started dancing. Okay. And like there was a competition between Krishna and that peacocks, right? At the very end, we all know that Krishna only will win. Like after some time, the peacocks, I mean, like they all were tired, like after some period of time, they were and then the king of the peacocks, right? That father peacock wanted to give one feather to Krishna as a Guru Dakshina, and he was requesting Krishna that you please wear it on your crown, for a decoration. That's where, if you look at it, like most of the kritam will always comes with the peacock feather. Okay. Mohan. Mohan is like all attractive god, wonderful, enchanting. These are some of the pictures of Madana Mohan deities. So when Krishna is when we realize that Krishna is sitting inside our heart, and all our lusty desires or the bad thinkings whatever we have in our mind, he makes sure that it is all getting defeated with his enchanting smile or a beauty. Okay, if you learn to love Krishna, then all our bad qualities will get vanished. Otherwise, like we are still stuck with it. Okay, Murali is that the Lord who is playing the flute. There are three kinds of flute in the spiritual world, the Venu, and the other is the Murali, and the other is the Vamshi flute. Okay, they were difference in sizes of these flutes, like one is 6 inches, other is 15, and the other is 12. Okay, most of the times I think he is having that Venu flute. Okay, that's what they were giving, like little bit explanation about the flute here. And then Muralidhar. So Muralidhar and Murali, it's all like same meaning, the one who holds the flute. Okay. Oh, okay. Who wants to recite this sloka? Whoever did not go, like you can go.
Mataji, can I say
Can I
after Madhav?
Okay, Madhav, you did not do, you can go ahead.
Yeah, see, Premanjana Churita Bhakti
Premanjana Bhakti
Vilochanena
Vilochanena
Santah Sadaiva
Santasadeva
Hridayeshu
Hridayeshu
Vilokayanti
Vilokayanti
Yam Shyamam Sundaram
Yam Shama Sundaram
Achintya Gunaswarupam
Achinta Gunaswarupam
Govindamadi
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Thank you, Madhav. So the reason why I got this Brahma Samhita quote right, the main substance of this loka is the Lord who is Shamashundara or Natavara, like he is always in the Tribanga form and he is a best dancer, and the Muralidhara who is holding the flute, and the Tribanga form, you see the Lord Krishna is bending his legs and standing, which is not possible for us. Standing like that for 24/7, which is technically not possible for any human beings. Okay, that's where I got this sloka is from. Murali Manohar, it's all in same line, like the god who is holding the flute, but it's different names. One is the Murali, Muralidhar, Murali Manohar, technically all meaning the same thing. Okay, the human form of the Krishna was explained by Krishna himself, because he descended himself as the son of Vasudev and Devaki. He manifests as a Virat Rupa. The Virat Rupa is not the original form of the Lord, and the Lord's original form is Divipuja, Shyama Sundara or Muralidhara, the Lord with two hands playing a flute. That's what Krishna is explaining it over here. The Virat Rupa, whatever Krishna is showing it to Arjuna, right? Though that is the form, the Lord is coming us and showing us that he has the form, and this is how his form is. It's because of his own mercy he is coming and depicts his form. Okay, then next comes in line is the Nanda Kumara, the son of Nanda Maharaj, and there is a equivalent sloka for this. I don't know, like whoever is raising the hand next in line, can you please read this?
You.
I'm not able to see who is raising the hand. Yeah, please go ahead. We don't have much time.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Krishna Vasudevaya.
Giridhari, you already got chance, right? Someone who did not get chance. Get take it.
Mataji, can
Yeah,
I say?
Palvit did not get maybe. Palvit, did you recite before?
I did not even know. I can't hear.
Recite, Palvit.
Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaya Devaki Nandaya cha Nanda Gopa
Kumaraya.
Kumaraya Govinda Namo Namaha.
Yeah, this is one of the Queen Kunti prayers, right? He was praising about Lord Krishna when he was finishing that war, and then she started praising about Lord Krishna. So this is one of the Queen Kunti's prayers. So she is addressing who is the father, mother, etc. Okay, Nanda Gopala is the son of Nanda. So there are two verses in this. One can recite one and the other can recite other one. I don't know whoever is raising the
Yeah.
hand.
Risha, go ahead.
Mataji, I wanted to read the one Krishna Vasudeva, but Mataji, can I read the second sloka?
That's okay, ma. You can read the second one. How do I see the participants, Mataji?
Mataji, near the share screen, if you see that bar that is there on the share screen bar, right? There you will be seeing participants.
Okay, okay. I think Krishya already done, right?
No, she did not. She has
No,
to recite.
Mataji.
Recite. Ainanda Tanuja. Come on.
Ma, can you go fast?
Risha, we can't hear you. Are you reciting?
Ainanda Tanuja. Mataji, can I just say it?
Yeah, ma.
Yeah, say it.
I Nanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Badau Kripaya Tava Pada Pankaja Stita Doli
Adrisham.
Tadrisham Vichintaye.
Good job, Rishya.
Thank you. Subhadra Giridhari, you wanted to recite before, right? You can recite this Achyutam, this one.
Yes, Mataji. Achyutam Keshavam Satyabham Davam Madhavam Sridharam Radhika Araditam Indiram Mandiram Chetasha Sundaram Devaki Nandanam Nandajam Shandhate.
Thank you. Thank you, Param. So the Krishna is more pleased if you call him or address him as Nanda Maharaja's son, right? He is the son of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, right? That's where like I put these two slokas. They were explaining little bit about himself. Let's not get into all the details. Mataji, can I stop here and then talk about like what did they learn, or shall I continue this only?
Mataji, it's over 2 minutes. Let them, if you want to do something, you can do. Only 2 minutes we have. Next class
Okay.
is about to start. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what are we learning? Like, is any of you remember like, can any of you remember like any name starting with A or a B? Some names. If anybody remember any names, whatever we have discussed so far, like one at a time, one person can unmute and you can go ahead, or raise the hand. We can go by that. I'll stop the screen share because I'm not able to see. Okay, Devarsh. Don't say Krishna. Okay, you have to tell some other name. You need some time to think. Okay, ma. Okay, so who wants to give a try? Nobody remembers anything?
Morley means flute.
Oh, yeah. You are so smart, Madhav. You got the name from today's slides itself. You are too smart, Amma. Good job. I'm glad you remember one name. You could have told your name itself, Madhav. Thank you. Giridhari?
Oh, Mataji, I know Mataji. So, Madan Mohan.
Madan Mohan. Thank you.
Oh, Mataji.
Yeah, ma.
Mataji, I know one. Can I say?
Yeah, go ahead.
Madhusudan.
Madhusudan. Yeah, good job. Smriti?
Mataji, Can I say more than one?
Yeah, you can tell more than one.
Okay, Mataji. Madhava, Manmohan, Manohar, Mayur, Mohan, Murali, Muralidhar, and that's all I can remember.
Awesome, awesome, Smriti. You pretty much covered whatever we discussed today. I think it's Devash. You remember? Did you remember? You raised the hand, right?
Madhava, Manohar. Manohar is Krishna name?
Yes. Thank you, Amma. Thank you so much. I think
Yeah, we are time up,
Muralidhar.
Mataji.
Okay.
Mataji, I have one more. Madhuvan.
That's a forest. That's a forest name. Thank you. Thank you, all the kids. I think it's time for the next class. We'll all see you next week. Madhava, you are smart. Thank you.
Hare Krishna kids, we are starting the next class. I'm so sorry. It's 6:30. We have to close this class, okay? Vancha kalpatarobhyasya kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavi Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Revathy Mataji ki jai.
Krishna Mataji.
Kids, bye. Now we have sloka class. Dandavat pranam. If someone wants to say back for the sloka class, well and good, okay? This is from like 7 or 8-year-old if you have to be there. At least you have to know reading. If you know reading, you can join this sloka class. Go from here, you get more